Rouse, probably one of the most remarkable people that I've ever met.
He had very strong personal beliefs and had a tremendous influence on other people.
But Rouse was a visionary. He could see far into the future.
He was just a remarkable man and accomplished so much and cared so much for people. We didn't have what you call a social life, because what we did was doing things to make a better America.
Not interested in personal wealth. Really didn't care about his own personal wealth. All of the competitors in our business, you know, they ran their companies for themselves, and he really ran it for America. He did.
Did he change America? Did he change?
Yes, he did. He changed the attitudes of America. And I think we didn't realize it until Jim showed up on the cover of Time magazine once. And some of us really realized the national effect that Jim had. Jim had this tremendous interest in the Inner Harbor.
And on the day it opened, there were 250,000 people down in that Inner Harbor, just in that little area of Inner Harbor. And he took us out in a boat, and he brought us in, and we stood on that boat and looked out over the sea of people.
It was a very, very hot day, and but people were just chock-a-block down the streets, all over the place. It was amazing.
Now, he was used to things like that, but to me, that was really a great, great day.
And so we then tracked it week after week after week, and it just didn't stop. So we knew we had a winner.
I was a doubles partner in a tennis game with him. And that's how I met Jim Rouse, was playing tennis in June of '73. We were married in November of '74. He made the plans for the wedding. It was in Washington at the Church of the Savior, and it was a covered dish reception. People came on airplanes and brought food for the reception. It was a very unusual wedding and reception.
He and his brother Bill cooked terrapin.
Oh, he was a remarkable cook. I mean, he really was a wonderful cook.
And what he loved to do was to take muskrat. He'd go down to the market and get muskrat, cook the muskrat up, and believe you me, it tasted just like terrapin.
And he called it mock terrapin.
And he'd serve this muskrat with drinks, you know, and people would be spearing it, and they'd be saying, "Oh, this terrapin is great." And then he just delighted in letting everybody know that he'd eaten muskrat, something they would never eat, ever eat, if they ever knew that it was muskrat.
Remember we went overseas one time, and we were all getting ready to make a presentation, a very important presentation before some people in England. And we were getting all ready, all nervous, and I said to Mr. Rouse, "What are you going to say?" He says, "I don't know, Donald. I haven't started to get my speech together." He got about 5 minutes before the thing was, and he got up and made a magnificent speech. He was just absolutely great. Everywhere he went, he was great. But Rouse was a genius. He was a genius.
This is a Bible that Jim Rouse gave me when I took over the Rouse Company. This inscription will give you good insight to Jim Rouse, the serious part of Jim Rouse. Matt, give your best. Use your gifts. Respect the dignity of all men and women. Know from whence this earth, its people, this business comes, and know that as it reaches out and works for the good of mankind, it is right.